Wonderful. Then let's go ahead and start. First of all, thank you so much for being with us. We have full 40 minutes in which we're going to talk about talents, strengths, and how you can use them to maximize your own potential, but also the potential of everyone around you. My name is Sonia. I'm leading the Customer Success Operations team here at SUSE, and I'm a certified Clifton Strengths coach. And I'm here with my wonderful colleague, Ilenia, today.
Hi, my name is Ilenia. I'm part of Revenue Operations at SUSE. I work as a project manager and also on communication. You have this. Okay. So let's go through the agenda. So first, we are going to talk about the difference between talents and strengths in order to use them in the best way. Our second topic will be spot your talents through discovery. So identify individual talents, and because sometimes they are so natural to us that we completely overlook them. So we will go through some techniques to identify them. The third part will be focus on what you naturally do best. So after finding your unique talents, if you put your energy into those, you will see more growth, you will feel more fulfilled. And the last one, but not least, is enjoy the infinity potential of your talents. So embracing your strengths can create opportunities and change things up. So, no worries, that's okay.
Fantastic. So first, let's kind of level set everyone. Why are we talking about talents? So Ilenia and I, we both come from a place of pain. In the past, we've not been believed in, we have been doubted, we've been even harassed for the things we're not. People always try to mold us into something we are not, rather than focusing on what we're really good at. And we believe we're not the only ones. So today we want to give you the confidence, the hope, and kind of the vision of what you can do to silence those critics. It can be critics, others than you, but it can also be yourself. Because a lot of times we have this imposter syndrome where we're like saying, I'm not good enough. But believe us that you are, because we're now at a place where we're absolutely thriving. We're not perfect, but at least we're owning who we are and who we want to be. And we believe that you deserve to know your talents as well, and we want to show you how you can find them. So first question, what are your talents? Does anyone know what their talents are, would like to share them? Speaking, communicating, networking, wonderful. Empathy, fantastic. Anyone else? Planning. Ilenia shares that talent as well, she loves planning. It's really important to understand what are talents and what are skills, because skills is something that we can always learn. But talents are the most natural way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. This kind of autopilot where we're sometimes saying, oops, sorry, I can't help it, it's just me. You know, you sometimes don't know where it comes from, but it's just there. And only then, when you're investing into your talents, the raw nature of them, then they can become something we call strength. And strengths are always the place where you deliver near perfect performance. It's this moment when the people around you are saying, how did you do that? And you're like, well, I don't know, it's just coming natural, right? But they see you thriving. It's so easy to you, you're showing excellence, and that's the moment where you can kind of spot, oh, that's an element of talent. This is something I'm really, really good at, and that could become my strength. So let's find out how Ilenia and I spotted our talents.
Okay, so before I start, I'm going to start with my journey. So first of all, when I was a child and a teenager, so I was bullied in high school and school, and also at home, so it wasn't safe for me. So I was all the time told that I was not enough, that I was useless, the place that is supposed to be my safe space. I was considered like I had no skills at all, you know. So it was really hard. The first time that I started to work, my manager was really nice to me. She was always saying, oh, you are a fast learner, you do everything right. And I thought, I think this woman is a people pleaser, you know. Maybe she says nice things to me, so I will work harder. So I couldn't believe it. Like some people, they thought I was completely useless, and others, they saw skills on me. So that helped me to switch my mind and focus on what strengths I might have, right? So for me, it took years, so I'm going to simplify it in a couple of steps, but it took me years to realize the best approach for me. So the first one was passion. So what do you love? What do you feel passionate about? It's funny, Haley, that you mentioned planning, because for me, one of the things that I love the most is organizing, planning my trips. My husband, he hates it a lot, so I love putting the itinerary together, knowing the places that I'm going to go. Even my closet, it's always organized, you know, by colors, by size, anything. So I thought, okay, this could relate to project management maybe, could be an option. So the second part was mentorship. I didn't discover mentorship until I came to SUSE. I didn't know it was possible to have a mentor, honestly. And that saved me a lot. So be surrounded by people that support you. They guide you through the right direction. They see your potential and they support you. I think that's very important. And if you don't have a mentor, maybe you admire someone, so feel free to ask that person if they can support you during your growth. I think it's really important to have someone. The next one was skills, what naturally you can do. Have you ever been told, oh, thank you so much, you did a great job here, it was amazing, and your answer is, it was nothing, that was easy. Have you ever said that sentence? Please keep in mind that that might be your natural skill. So maybe for the other person, you saved hours of work. But for you, it was easy because it's something that comes from you. So keep that in mind next time that you say it was nothing, because maybe you are saving someone's time, right? So the fourth one was energy management. For each person means something different. But for me, I identified 4 types of energy, which was physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So physically was just taking the time to exercise or even go for a walk with my dog. So that made me feel in peace with my body. And then the next one was mentally. So going to therapy helped me to find clarity in my journey. Also listening to music, doing the things that I felt passionate about it. The third one was emotionally. And I think this one is very important. So be surrounded by people that support you. They see the positive things that you have. They are willing to help you. I think that's really important because sometimes even in your family you might have someone that doesn't treat you well. So please be aware of those. So I think it's really important to have someone in your life that will be there for you no matter what. And the last one, it's a bit different for each person. It's spiritually. For me, it's spending time in meditation or also immersing myself in nature. So some people might be more religious and mean something different. But for me, it was just taking the time to reflect on my journey and try to say the kindest words to myself. So when I combine these 4 elements, passion, mentorship, natural skills, and manage the time, I started to see a clear picture of my talents. And it wasn't about perfection, it was about progress and taking the steps to the right direction. So now I want to know, Sonia, how did you start your journey to discover your talents?
So I went the scientific route. For 30 years, I always thought, I can't rely on what people are telling me. And I can't rely on what I think is the right. And I was thinking maybe there's a way that this is scientifically proven, what your talents are, what your strengths are, and what you can do in order to enhance them. And then I got in touch with this gentleman, not personally, just by his research, Mr. Donald Clifton. He was the one who dedicated his life to research what are the talents and strengths within the top leaders of this world. And he actually found out that there are 34 different talents within people. And he said that, now I'm quoting him, what will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them? And that resonated so much with me because throughout my 30 years of life, people always wanted to mold me into something I'm not, making me this well-rounded person just because they thought it's right. And what did that make me do? I became rebellious. I was a brat when I was a child because people always wanted to do something that I did not. And that showed me that's not the right way. So I actually sat down and I did his assessment. He developed a Clifton Strengths assessment where you can find out your talents based on scientific research. And I'm going to share in a moment what the results were. But first, Ilenia, how or what do you do to nurture your talents?
To nurture my talents, I followed 5 steps. The first one was celebrating wins. Maybe some people will think, why you don't leave this one until the end? Because I think we have to celebrate our wins every day, even if they are the smallest steps. For some people, even waking up might be difficult, going to work might be difficult. So those for me are great achievements, and that means you are going on the right direction for completing your goals. So the next one was routine for growth. So this routine was important for being consistent. And also what I did was dedicating time to practice my talents, be patient and embrace my journey, because sometimes we are stressed because we want to achieve the goal right now at the moment and it's not possible. It takes time. So we have to be conscious about it. And also start with small investments of time. So instead of dedicating one full day on my talents, it was better to invest 5 minutes, 10, 15, that help you to feel, to make you feel fulfilled, right? So the next one was track your progress. Keep a record of your natural skills or the impact that they create. So when you take notes of what you are achieving, in the future, when you look at the past, you will see all the different goals that you have achieved so far. The next one was performance trends, and it's related to the previous one, so track your progress, and then you will find the trends. So even for those moments that someone say thank you to you, you did a great job, you know, take records of those, because there are some patterns there, and you will find your natural skills and talents in those words. And then the next one was discuss with a mentor. So discussing this result with someone with experience, someone that was supportive, that helped me a lot, because then I felt I could take another route if I was not achieving my goals in the way that I was expecting. So people with more experience will be able to support you in your journey. Embrace challenges. So what I found really important, it's stepping out of your comfort zone, right? So if you stay in the same area all the time, you will not see growth. It doesn't mean like you have to take the biggest challenge right now, but little by little you can see that potential that you have. So, and then the last one will be back to celebrating your wins. Share your wins with your colleagues, your family, your friends, even social media. So I think you will feel better, and those people will help you to support your journey and your growth, because they will be aware of what you are trying to achieve, right? So let's remember that success is not defined by trying to meet everyone's expectation. It's about finding and cultivating your natural talents. So I think now, Sonia, it's your time to explain how to nurture your talents.
Wonderful, thank you. So when I did the assessment, these were the results. It looks kind of like a DNA strand, right? And it also makes sense because it's embedded in our DNA through the experience and the kind of exposures we had throughout our lifetime, how we are and what we do best. So each of these colored pillars you see there are standing for a specific talent. There are 34 in total, and each of the color coding you will see 4. You will see blue, orange, green, and purple. For color blindness, this is now a bit difficult to understand which is the difference, but these are representing 4 different domains. Now, what came out of it was quite stunning, Because when I read the results and when my loved ones read the results, the first answer was, this is you. This is totally you. We can see you in the results. And the cool thing about it was that I finally had a name to it. I finally understood why I always take action without thinking. I always know why I sign up for things that I don't even know about, but my self-assurance is so high that I'm saying, yeah, I can do it anyway. Like standing in front of you now in this presentation, I'm totally pooping my pants, but my self-assurance is so high, I'm like, I can get through it, you know? But this is the way. Use your natural talents to do the things that you need and want to do. And the philosophy says there are 3 things how you can nurture your talents. The first step is you have to acquaint yourself with them. What are they? What do they mean? Because the test alone is just text. But you have to relate the text to your personal experiences. And what do I mean by that is, for example, what I just told you. I was going back to my life when I was so devastated and where my self-assurance helped me. When I was harassed and bullied, that was the only thing I could rely on to get through everything. The third step of it all is you have to aim it. Use the kind of Swiss Army knife you have in your pocket in order to bring yourself success. Because only then, when you apply your strengths successfully, you can thrive in your life tremendously. Now I'm going to ask you a question, and we're just going to focus on the top 5 of my talents. Doesn't matter what they are, but I just want to ask you, what do you think is the likelihood of someone having the exact same top 5 talents in the same order as I do? Just throw it a number. 1 in whatever. 1 million? Any other? 0? 1,000? The likelihood is actually 1 in 33 million. And now let's put this in proportion, right? I was Googling, it's not that I know this by heart. The United States has about 340 million people. And if we put this against the 1 in 33 million statistic, that means only 10 people in the United States have the exact same talents as I do. So the next time someone is telling you, you're not unique, you can't do anything, bring up the statistics and say, listen, I am 1 in 33 million. I am amazing. I can do things you cannot do. So let's look at, if you really own it, if you own your talents and you can apply them successfully, how can you thrive throughout your life? And we kind of put it up in the 5 elements of well-being. And these are the ones that we're looking at today. The 5 elements of well-being comprise of community, physical, career, financial, and social well-being. Now, Ilenia and I, we both have different stories how we're using our talents in order to thrive across these 5 elements. But I'm going to share my career well-being with you. Because I was an officer on board cruise ships, I was working relentless hours, and I thought working less would be the magic pill to solve my burnout. But it wasn't. It wasn't working less. It was how I was working. And the how was so specific to me because everyone else wanted to do the things in their way. They put it upon me, and I should do the same. And that stressed me out. Because I am not good at crunching data. I am not good at making a plan. I am the one who takes action, doesn't think, if you need someone who's very high in self-assurance, just call me. I'm going to help you make the first step. But so, at the same, if I need someone who needs to think strategically, who executes on things well, who analyzes all angles, that's not me. And then I pair up with someone who's absolutely crushing at it, like Ilenia. Who do you think did this PowerPoint? It was not me.
Thank you, Sonia. Teamwork.
Right?
It was teamwork. No, you see, I'm saying, it was nothing.
See, and this is, take the credit for it. And that's it, right? Do the things and focus on the things you're amazing at. Because then, if you're pairing up, you have fantastic partnerships, and you can do so much better, like, today presenting at SUSECon.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that when you are a manager as well, and each person in your team will have a different skill, and you have to use them, right? So you cannot expect each person to be exactly the same and deliver the same results. It's not possible at all. So each person has a different potential. So for me, the impact was that I went from being a child that even my teachers, they thought I was in the spectrum. You know, I was super shy, super quiet, and I'm here today. So impossible to believe for me, honestly, even if I'm nervous, even if public speaking is not my main skill. I'm here because I want to share my story with you. I want you to take ownership of your skills and talents, and don't let other people to say, oh, you should improve this or that. Those are your weaknesses. We all have them. So focus on what you can do very well. So, and what do you feel passionate about it. I think that's important. And now, after owning my skills and my talents, I'm also part of Women in Tech at SUSE, so I try to create initiatives for others. So, and being here, sharing my journey, makes me feel proud of myself, proud of my colleague. Even Sonia, one of the first meetings that we had together, I was not capable of sharing things that I completed, like a presentation. People were saying, oh, we have to pull a presentation together for this and that. And I shared the link to Sonia, like super shy, like, Sonia, I have it, you know? And she was like, you have to share it with people. Why are you doing so? Just said it, it's amazing. So yeah, so finding your supportive colleagues and have them with you in your journey, it's really important. Yeah.
Awesome. So let's come to the Q&A. Do you have any questions about what we talked about?
Or maybe you want to share your experience that I think will be useful for many people too.
100%.
I was just saying that was a different kind of presentation than I was used to seeing, you know, throughout SUSECon. I appreciated it. It was nice. It was good to see.
Right. Yeah, please.
Can you share the link for the test?
Yeah, for sure we will. So no problem at all.
Absolutely. Let's wrap it up. We want to leave you with 3 things to practice. Sometimes it feels like finding out who you are and what you're good at is this heavy task, but it's actually not. So the first thing you can do is ask the people, what am I good at? What do you observe in me that I'm really good at, but I'm maybe not noticing right now? And the reason why I'm saying that is, I did a team exercise, I think it was 3 weeks ago. I didn't know any of the people. And we did exactly this exercise where the other person, a colleague, was sharing the observations with the other person. And the person who received the feedback was speechless, shy, and so unconfident about that amazing positive feedback that was shared. And the only answer that person gave was, I didn't see myself like this. I didn't realize that that was me. So we have to take the time to encourage the individual in front of us, really spend time with that person. As you said, Ilenia, it's so important when you're a manager or even, you know, have colleagues around you. Push them in the things that they're really great at, because it's so easy for them. It gives them energy as well. They love doing what they're great at.
Yeah, and I always want to mention, if you ask for feedback, please make sure you can take action on that feedback. So don't allow people to say to you, yeah, it was fine. What do you like about it? So be more specific, so then I can repeat the same pattern or I can make corrections.
And then also you can listen for the cues. A lot of us know moments in our lives where time is just passing by. You know, where you were so indulged in things and then someone is trying to take you out of it and like, what have you been doing? Well, I did this for the last 5 hours, but it didn't feel like time has passed. This is also a moment, you know, where you can think, oh, maybe this is something I really love doing and I'm really good at. But also where you have that energy, you know, you're like, oh, I love doing that. You know, I like to do things immediately. Like when someone tells me, I just jump and I'm like, yeah, great. And they're like, sure? Like, yeah, I love that. You know, I love being active, doing things all the time, but that's just me.
Or it could be the opposite, you know, even for me, this session, I was like, I don't want to do it. I feel so stressed about it. This is not my skill, you know. But that's because you are afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. It doesn't mean like you cannot do it. It's like you are taking a new challenge, and of course, it makes you feel anxious about it.
And then the last thing, once you see what people are good at and even notice yourself, shout about it. Raise your hand. I want to do this. I love doing this. I'm really great at it. And tell others. We're at a point at SUSE where we really want to push the individual, making sure that people are at the right place where they want to be. And if you can't understand that if people are not telling you what they like doing, you can ask them, but sometimes they don't know. So this is the way to help them shout and really be in a place they love to be in so they can thrive.
And sometimes we're afraid of sharing, oh, I'm good at this or that, because we think, oh, people might think I am an arrogant person. Oh, Slack, nice. or just because you don't want to sound pretentious. So just own it. If you are good at something, you are, and that's it. Just celebrate it, so you don't need to be afraid of it.
Take my self-assurance. Just say, like Sonia said, I can do it. Just blame it on me, okay? And then last but not least, we highlighted down here, this is the assessment I have done, and actually a lot of people in the CFL department under our CCO, Imran Khan, has as well. We're rolling this out under all of the different pillars because we want people to know what they're good at, and it helps so much with management, with leadership as well, career development, and as you've seen through all aspects of your life, it's not only work, it's also you as an individual. So if you want to take the test, get in touch with Ilenia and myself, or anyone at SUSE. They would be happy to talk to you. So thank you so much for being with us today.